February 10th, 2013. An ordinary Sunday in Santo Antonio de Platina suddenly became the most terrifying sight. Thousands of spiders filled the sky. Oh my God, look at that! No one was prepared. It looked like something from a nightmare. And that was only the beginning. The skies turned black with spiders as nature staged an ultimate horror show that changed Brazil forever. The day started like any other in Santo Antonio de Platina, a peaceful town in southern Brazil. Families were out for Sunday drives, kids playing in the streets, neighbors chatting over fences. The sky was clear and blue. But underneath that calm surface, something was stirring. Something that would turn an ordinary afternoon into an unforgettable nightmare. Around 4 in the afternoon, 20-year-old web designer Eric Reis was leaving a friend's house. He glanced up, and what he saw made him freeze. The sky above him was moving. Thousands of tiny bodies dangling from invisible threads. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks, but as he looked closer, the horrifying truth became clear. Spiders. Thousands upon thousands of them. Hanging from massive webs stretched across the telephone wires, creating a curtain of arachnids that seemed to rain from the heavens. Look at that. They're everywhere. This is unbelievable. Oh God, they're moving. Reis immediately pulled out his camera and began recording. The footage he captured would soon shock the world. The video showed thousands of spiders dangling in midair, their silhouettes dark against the fading sunlight. Some hung motionless, while others crawled up and down invisible silk threads. The sheer number was overwhelming. It looked apocalyptic, like something out of a horror film. People walking beneath could barely comprehend what they were seeing. Within hours, the video went viral. Comments flooded in from around the globe. Some thought it was fake, others were convinced it was the end times. But for the residents of Santo Antonio de Platina, this was not science fiction. This was real, and it was happening right above their heads. Biologists were quick to respond. Marta Fisher, a spider expert from the Pontifical Catholic University of Paraná, explained what was happening. These were not just any spiders. They were a rare species known as social spiders, specifically Anomalous eximius and Parawixia bistriata. Unlike most spiders that live solitary lives, these creatures work together, building massive communal webs to trap insects. During the day, they stay in trees. In the late afternoon, they begin to construct a kind of giant sheet of webs. Each spider makes its own web, and then the webs come together. The goal is to capture insects. What people were witnessing was a perfectly natural phenomenon, though rare and unsettling. During the day, these spiders hide in the vegetation, camouflaged and nearly invisible. As evening approaches, they emerge by the thousands, climbing to high points like telephone wires and tree branches. There they spin individual webs that interconnect into one gigantic silk sheet, sometimes stretching hundreds of feet. When the wind catches these webs, they billow and wave, creating the illusion that spiders are literally raining from the sky. But why here? Why now? Brazil's warm, humid climate and dense forests provide ideal conditions for these social spiders. The area around Santo Antonio de Platina is particularly rich in insect life, making it a prime hunting ground. When weather conditions align, with warm air, high humidity, and gentle winds, the spiders take advantage. They build their trap, wait for prey to fly into the communal web, and then they feast together. This phenomenon is not unique to Santo Antonio de Platina. Similar events have been recorded in other parts of Brazil, including Espírito Santo do Dourado and Minas Gerais. Locals in these areas report that recurring spider rains occur during certain times of the year, especially in hot, humid weather. Some residents have grown accustomed to the sight, shrugging it off as just another quirk of living in Brazil. Others, however, remain deeply unsettled. I have lived here my whole life, and I have never seen anything like this. It is terrifying. Thousands of them, just hanging there. You walk outside and feel the webs on your face. It is like a nightmare you cannot wake up from. For arachnophobes, the sight is unbearable. Walking beneath the web curtain means risking strands of silk sticking to your hair, your face, your clothes. Some residents reported getting tangled in the massive webs, feeling the spiders crawl across their skin. Others refused to leave their homes until the phenomenon passed. Despite the fear, scientists emphasize that these spiders are harmless. They do not bite humans, and their venom is too weak to pose any threat. They are simply doing what they have evolved to do, working together to survive. In fact, their cooperation is remarkable. Social spiders coordinate their hunting, share prey, and even care for each other's young. Females often outnumber males 10 to 1 in colonies that can exceed 50,000 individuals. In Texas, similar colonies of Guatemalan long-jawed spiders have been observed constructing webs covering up to 600 feet. These spiders can build such massive structures in less than 2 weeks, thanks to their incredible reproductive capabilities and ability to disperse by ballooning, riding the wind on strands of silk. But in Santo Antonio de Platina, the sight was unlike anything most people had ever seen. The sheer scale, the density, the way the spiders moved in unison, it was mesmerizing and horrifying in equal measure. Some described it as beautiful, a natural wonder. Others called it a plague, a biblical curse. By nightfall, the spiders had completed their work. The webs were set, the trap ready. Throughout the night, insects flew into the silk sheets, becoming entangled and helpless. The spiders descended from their perches, moving swiftly across the webs to wrap their prey in silk and feast together. By dawn, they had retreated back into the trees, leaving behind only the ghostly remains of their massive webs. When morning came, the streets were covered in silk. Telephone wires sagged under the weight of abandoned webs. Buildings, cars, and trees were draped in gossamer threads. It looked like the town had been wrapped in a giant spider's cocoon. Cleanup crews worked for days to remove the webs, pulling down masses of silk and clearing the streets. But the memory lingered. For the people of Santo Antonio de Platina, February 10, 2013 became an unforgettable day. The day the sky filled with spiders. The day nature reminded them that even in the modern world, we are not in control. Spider rain is not an everyday occurrence, but it is a powerful reminder of the incredible diversity of life on Earth. In Brazil's lush ecosystems, where nature thrives unchecked, anything is possible. From giant anacondas to colorful poison frogs, the country is home to some of the most fascinating and terrifying creatures on the planet. And among them, these tiny social spiders, working together to create something both horrifying and extraordinary. So, the next time you look up at the sky, remember, nature is full of surprises. Some beautiful, some terrifying, and some that make you want to grab an umbrella and never step outside again.